I've been sharing a room with my husband and two babies under the age of 3 for the last year, and it's taken a little bit of getting used to, so I want to share with you some tips and tricks to encourage you to try it, make the most of your space, and really bring so much joy into your life as a mum. Whether you've got one baby, two babies, maybe you're expecting a baby, I hope that this video gives you some inspiration for small space living and joyful motherhood. Alright, let's jump into the video and I'll show you our shared bedroom. Okay, this is our shared bedroom here. You can see that we've got a bunk bed. We have a big king size bed for my husband and myself, and we have lots of lovely light coming in. We're very lucky to have some big windows in this room, which makes it super nice. We've got this bunk bed which my husband custom built for my baby and my toddler. At the bottom shelf, I'm making use of it right now with a few wall shelves from IKEA for toys and books so that my toddler hangs out down here and she can look at some picture books. Next to it, I've got our little potty station with wipes. We've got our laundry bag here, which I made, and that is hanging up with some toys within easy reach. In the chest of drawers, I just have a drawer here, and then the next two drawers are for a daughter each. So when we have more kids, we might need to adjust this, but right now it's working well, and it's a good way to keep on top of how much stuff my kids have, how many clothes do they actually need, can it fit in the drawer, do I actually use it. Now I do share my closet with them, so their dresses are hanging up here. Really just their nicer dresses and church clothes. My toddler has a few special coats as well, but mostly this is working well for us, and again it's a good way for me to keep on top of our stuff. We have some shelving next to our closet where my husband and I store some tech that we want to keep within easy reach, but then the bottom few shelves are books that my toddler can easily reach, a few games and puzzles, and just a few special toys. So again, we haven't got much space, which is a great excuse to sort out books and keep rotating them, which I do occasionally, and keep a few special books put away. My toddler has like a little beauty basket as well, and I tried to keep the amount of soft toys that she has in her bed minimal. She's got a couple of bags like this with some hair accessories and some play jewelry, which she likes to have fun with, but again, it's not really too much stuff, and it's not too much stuff for me to have to tidy up, and this is just a little music box that we've got. At the side of the bed, I have got some hooks there where I would usually hang out their outfits for the day, which really helps me to get ready in the mornings. And this is just the other view, so you can see it's not a huge room. We have made some space for a rocking horse, and we do store a lot of our kind of spare clothes, winter clothes, spare baby clothes underneath the bed, which I'm just showing you here. These boxes are great, and the king size bed is actually from IKEA, and the best thing about it is this big storage underneath the bed. So that's definitely a top tip for parents. Get a bed with some storage underneath it. You can see here those hooks again with some stuff hanging on them. It's a good place to keep outfits for the next day or some toys. It just makes the best use of the space that I could think of. Usually I am doing the reset of our bedroom in the mornings. I'm just making my toddler's bed here, although I've been teaching her how to do it. And what I love about sharing a room with my babies is that I can go into one room, and that's where I put away all of our laundry. That's where I make all of the beds. And it also, in our house, it frees up a room to be an office for us, and it also frees up a room so that we have a spare room for guests, which is such a nice thing because we have family that we like to come and visit. Again, I'm just showing you here how quickly I can tidy up our space. I can just retrieve toys that live somewhere else. My daughter was playing with her horses down there and tidy them away. It doesn't take long because she doesn't have too much stuff. Now, the reality of sharing a room with babies is that some baby stuff has spilled over into the spare room. As you can see here, it's where we keep our doll's house, but that's okay because that means that my two babies here, they follow me around the house. They can play in lots of different rooms. They don't just shut themselves in a bedroom that is theirs, and that room doesn't get crazy because it's also the bedroom that I share with my husband, and I want it to be a relaxing and beautiful space for all of us. So toys kind of live in various different baskets around the house, which again makes tidying up easy. I can do a room as I go. My daughter knows where different types of toys live, and it just means that we all spend a lot more time together kind of out of a bedroom because the toys are all over the place, and we do a lot more outdoorsy stuff together. So because we haven't got a huge house, we try to get outside, we go cycling, we go for dog walks, we go down to the park or the trampoline. And I really like that there's not this emphasis on a playroom or having this kind of perfect kids bedroom. I spend my energy kind of bringing them along with me with whatever I'm doing, whether it's baking or being out in the garden. You can see here we've just used like an old plastic container actually to make a sand pit for my daughter outside. It lives outside, she loves it, and it's just a great way to kind of be outside and do some gardening and play together without having to buy a toy necessarily. And as I said, we do love our dog walks. We like going for little foraging adventures as well. Now this is a realistic shot of what sorting looks like. I have piles of stuff that I've been throwing away, and this last month I really have been getting rid of bin bags of stuff, and that's another advantage I think of kind of setting yourself the challenge of making the most of your space and sharing that space is if something doesn't have a home or if it's just clutter, you can get rid of it. I'm coming to realize that things need a home, and then there is more kind of space for new beauty and new activities like learning to arrange flowers together, or when you receive a lovely gift, there's somewhere for it to go because every single surface isn't absolutely stuffed. But I will say that as a parent, I am probably more ruthless than most when it comes to gifts and things that my children might receive. If it's not my style, if I know that we're not going to use it, if I can't find a home for it, I do donate it. And I'm just here to kind of give you permission to do the same. That is your job as a parent, to be kind of the guardian of your home, the guardian of your kids' stuff. What stuff do you want them to be exposed to? What kind of beauty do you want them to be exposed to? And you can take charge of that. You don't have to keep everything. You don't have to buy loads of things. You can kind of mold their childhood as suits you, as suits your space. Kids don't need a giant playroom. They don't need their own, fancy bed or fancy bed linen. They don't need bespoke nursery decor. You can just print off pretty pictures. You can spend time with them outside. You can share a small space and still give them a really beautiful, beautiful childhood. Okay, just to answer a few questions that you might already have about this bedroom sharing situation that we have. The bunk bed that my husband built, it is bolted to the wall, and it is a custom build. It's built to fit a 140 by 70 centimeter cot mattress, which is the larger cot mattress that you can get in the UK, which is appropriate for children aged up to 6 years. We've done this so that our toddler at the moment can be in our room with us for quite a while yet. Now, my baby is not currently sleeping at the bottom of this bed because I am in the process of getting her comfortable not sleeping with me all the time at night, so she is learning to sleep in a travel cot that we have set up in the other room that you will have seen in an earlier part of the video. But the aim is that she will then be moving soon back into the bottom of this bunk bed, and they will be again both together with us in our bedroom. Now, I will say the great thing about this custom bunk bed build is that the cot size is actually large enough for me, given my build, that I could comfortably, for the first 6 months of my baby's life, lie at the bottom to feed her to sleep and then safely roll away and go and enjoy my evening for a few hours. So this kind of situation, can be great. I know a lot of people love a floor bed when they're sharing a room with children and you all just sleep on one bed. Probably we would have considered that if we didn't love the storage so much underneath our IKEA bed. And it is actually quite useful to move things up off the ground and make the best use of like the height of the room. Otherwise, we probably would have loads of shelves in this room, and instead we've got the storage under the bed. So you've got to figure out what works for you, but I would love to hear your questions and your comments and how you are making the most of your small space to make it beautiful. I don't think it's something that we need to be ashamed of. It's not a requirement that we all give our kids their own rooms. The main thing is that we're focused on giving them a childhood where they're nourished, they know that they're loved, they're exposed to all of the beauty in the world and wonderful experiences with us as their parents. It's not a requirement to give them a beautiful bedroom. It's not a requirement to buy them loads of toys, so you can let yourself off the hook about that and use the spare room as a spare room if you want to. If you need a home office, don't feel bad. You've got to do what you've got to do, and I'm sure that you're all doing a fantastic job. If you're watching this video, you're looking for ways to, make the most of your space and, give your kids a lovely time as well. So I hope to see you all here again soon for the next video. But in the meantime, take good care, everyone, and God bless.